bug catchers are a joke, right? Known for the weakest teams in the series, these guys are often left to roam the opening routes forever. Well, I just became the one to change that, and I'm beating all of Pokémon Scarlet using only bug types. Will Bugcatcher Skitter overcome the odds and make it to the Hall of Fame, or will they end up as bird food on Route 1? Let's find out. Have fun at school, son! Yeah, about that. I'm not going. I'm gonna go catch bugs. Tuition's a scam. Get back here! First things first. Get the Bugcatcher uniform on, and get the school uniform in the bin. I'll march up to Clavel to get my first Pokemon, and there's no bugs. What do you mean you don't have any bugs? Keep your fancy lizard, old man. I'm gonna catch my own. Nemona swoops in, all smiles. Oi, Skitter, come and battle me first. I don't know why she scowls. Nope, bugs first. Nemona, can you please make sure he actually goes to school and doesn't just get charged by a Lechonk? Subscribe if you ditch school to catch bugs, like if you think Clavel's gonna drag me to university anyway, and do both if you're here for the inevitable power creep tragedy. It's time to catch our first Pokemon, and first up is Arrietty, the Tarantula, a cute little string dumpling who can barely stand upright, but hey, she ties the team together. Next up is Turnip Head the Scatterbug, tiny, angry, and seems to genuinely enjoy violence, a great fit for our squad. We start heading for Messagoza because Nemona swears there are bugs there. Wait a minute. This is a trap, isn't it? You just want me to go to school. No. Take this type advantage. And then I get immediately smacked down by poor me. I guess I could just have one lesson then. Excuse me, Team Star Thugs, can you just get out the way? You're gonna make my Scatterbug evolve. Oh, thanks. Now look at him. Spupa can't even move. Skitter, over here. Nemona, everyone's 4 frames per second in here. Why are they all buffering? It's because they're all bugs? On that dreadful joke, it was time to get the hell out of that school and into the fields. It's time to catch a few more for the hive. The first one stumbling into our net is Ponyo the Cricketop, a tiny musical button who just won't stop playing jazz. Then after a few picnic resets, we hit the jackpot. Well, only if you consider a female combi the jackpot. We call her Gogoya, an innocent little princess now, but destined to become a bossy queen later. Sweeten me up, your highness. And with that, we finally head into Cortando. We immediately break the all-time record for the olive roll, and that's when it hits me. This is actually it. The first real challenge. In no time at all, we're already facing the first gym leader of the run. Katie might be a fan of cakes, but she'll try everything in her might to stop the celebration. My squad is more crumbs than cakes at the moment anyway. Her team might be equally buggy, but she has a honey-eating bear in the back. Kaguya, I think we're gonna leave you out of this one. Before the fight, we evolve Ponyo into Cricketune, who is now an unstoppable machine of disappointment and midness. Alongside this, we free Turnip Head from their straitjacket and into Vivillon, whose added flying typing and moves could be the real hit for the next fight. Hello, young trainer. What an honor. Yo, Cortando. That's not my name. Am I bugging you, Cortando?
Arceus, forgive me. I'm about to sin.
It's Katie's Nimble squaring up against our Cricketune. Wait, Arrietty? Get back here. We claw in our overly eager spider and send in the jazz artist, who eats a struggle bug. We nail our cue and decide a Fury Cutter spam strat is the way to go. Feel my fury! Tarantula comes out and looks far more frightened than Arrietty did, but with good reason as we slash it in one. Teddiursa comes out next for Katie and it's looking suspiciously normal typed. Oh, yeah, terrestrialization. Ponyo lands a huge Fury Cutter and Teddiursa drops us down to about 4 HP. We're done if we don't hit the next attack, but Ponyo doesn't miss notes. One last slash and the buzzing bear drops. The bakery bug badge is secured because our maestro played a masterpiece, even if it was mostly just one loud ear-splitting scream. But there's no time for cake right now, unfortunately. Our next stop, Artazon, home of the grass gym. On paper, it should be easy. Bugs eat leaves, bugs eat twigs, bugs eat flowers. But I've seen Brassius's Sudowoodo, and that thing's built like an actual tree, and it hits like one falling on a termite hill. We start the gym challenge, eyes darting around for all the bugs we can find. That's not really what I meant, Nintendo. We corral the leafy chickens, pass the test, and now it's time for Sudowoodo and his big hitty hands. Dear sir, witness my finest technique. Yo, Branches, get down here. I was warned about you. We've got 1 badge, 4 bugs, and way too much confidence. What could possibly go wrong? Yeah, okay. Maybe hopes and dreams don't really cut it. I think it's time for some upgrades. Enter Howl the Scyther, the green slasher who won't be green for long. One absolute bargain iron coat later, and boom! Sizor, a steel-clad savior. Why, hello there, young fighter. Why are you still up there? Rematch time. Petalil hops in and... Arietti, get back here! We drag our spider off the field and swap in Turnip Head. A flurry of gusts shreds Petalil, and Smoliv nervously rolls into battle, only to be blown straight back to Bramblebush by our pavilion. Finally, Sudowoodo stomps back in, terrestrializes, and prepares to smash us into bug paste. But this time we bring in Howl. Steel typing laughs at rocks, and wing attack eventually cuts Barbossa's grassy glassy ace clean in half. The badge is ours, and the celebrations don't stop there, because Arietti's accidental cameo evolves into a Spidops. Hopefully a spider that doesn't just roll into battle uninvited. We reach Levincia, and our first order of business, Kagoya evolves into Vespiquen. She's officially gone full royalty, and I'm really hoping she turns that bossy attitude into some serious anti-electric strategy. We tweak some movesets, gear up, and then... Oh wait, Iono's using me for ad revenue? What kind of a person would rely on ad revenue? Oh, right. Yeah. So we go right on to take on Iono. And she completely cripples us with her sparking squad. It's a total disaster. So it was time to get myself some backup to help with this streaming problem. And no, I'm not going to swat her. So we head back to the prairie and catch ourselves a nimble named Omu. A bit of tough love later, and it evolves into low kicks, bringing the team some much needed oomph. So we return to the influencer. I'm not stream sniping, I swear. She opens with Wattrel and we lead Kagoya. We terrestrialize immediately and hit fell stingers, get the KO and a huge attack boost to boot. Bellybolt then waddles in, paralyzes us with Spark, but another fell stinger takes it down immediately. Then comes Luxio, who shuts down our Monarch before she could do any more. Howl then steps up, stacking Fury Cutters until the Lion finally drops, which just leaves her ace, Miss Magius. No weaknesses, no real counter, just hopes and dreams for this one. It hits us with a Confuse Ray, and suddenly the battle's a coin flip, but Howl stays sharp, lands one final decisive slice, and the Ghost Queen goes down. That's 3 badges down, and the streamer's chat can keep their F-spam to themselves. But there's no time to celebrate because the next gym is Cascarafa, and Kofu's water types hit like an absolute tidal wave. Much like usual, I think this is going to hurt. Well, hello, student. Ah, you're from the school. I won't go. Oh, fine. We start heading towards the gym, but not before picking up a brand new recruit. Welcome, Haku the Pineco. This Pokemon is the definition of, trust me, it's worth it. So I wanted to get him early, just to really savor the payoff down the line. We do reach our next destination, and still we have no real counter to water types. Fantastic. There is no real miracle strategy here, unless stealing Kofu's wallet counts as one. That is an option, right? Right? Fine, I'll fight him. We catch up with him at the market and do the right thing. I win some auctions and suddenly, we're all best pals. Well, thanks, chap. A boy like you don't need teaching nothing. That's what I'm trying to tell people. At the gym, someone suspiciously school-like has tracked me down. I won't go, I won't go, I won't go! Yo, dude, relax. I just want to check out your Vespiquen. You can't make me go! This guy's fried. Let's get out of here. We move out to the arena, dodging the school visit by taking on Cascarafa's Water Tyrant. First up for Kofu is Veluza, and we send out Ponyo, who immediately puts it to sleep before cutting it down with an X-Scissor. Unbelievable performance. Next comes Wugtrio, aka Diglett's sunburnt uncle. Ponyo tucks him in with a sing, and Howl swaps in to start stacking Fury Cutters. Lights out for good. This might actually be it. Our first clean gym win. But then, the crab. Ooh, the delicious crab. Crabominal charges in like a seafood buffet with hands, and despite Howl dropping it to a slither, a single crab hammer cracks our steel warrior. We then send in Omu for the cleanup. 1 lunge, 1 KO, and a badge secured. The badge is ours, but wow, without Ponyo's heroics at the start, I'm not sure how that would have gone. 4 gyms down, but this team's starting to feel like an overworked beehive. A bad day at fishing is better than a good day at work, son. I'm not your son. Fish out of water. Right. Can I have the badge, please? Next up for us is Medali, and if Kofu was a tsunami, then Larry's a brick wall in a tie. The normal type connoisseur, consistent as taxes, and a monster in disguise. I think I might need more than a jazz violinist for the next badge. Sorry, Ponyo. I know that this fight's gonna break me. Staraptor's lurking in the back, ready to fold my whole team in half. So it's time for preparation. First stop is the Asado Desert, where we pick up Kiki the Larvesta, a future powerhouse, right? Oh. 59! Okay, so for now she's just box decor. But we do get a genuine upgrade as Haku evolves into Foratress, a beautiful shiny metal orb that takes zero issue in being repeatedly smacked by anything and everything. Back in Medali, it's time to order the special meal. Hello sir, what would you like?
I'll have 2 number 9s, a number 9 law.
Eventually we're face to face with the king of corporate despair himself, Larry the business guru. Hey Medali!
Yeah?
Oh, that was meant to get on your nerves.
Call me whatever you want. Are you ready?
Oh my word, he's in my head already. Kamala is up first and we send out the shining Haku, who starts cursing like Diglett's sunburned uncle, until Larry just puts us to sleep. Once awake, Heavy Slam crushes the koala flat. Next up is Dunsparce, who fires off drill runs, but 2 clean paybacks finish the job. Then comes Staraptor, the big threat, the killer, the run destroyer. I wonder what moves the bird has. Oh, okay then. After this realization, we just keep cursing. We curse until we're red in the face, and finally, shouting our head off like we've stood on a Lego brick, we heavy slam the ace for the knockout. Larry just shrugs, mutters something about getting back to work, and walks off like he didn't care at all. Come on, man, give me something here.
The badge?
No, just like any sort of reaction.
What horror.
Oh, fine. Next up, Montenevera, the ghost gym. Our problem is her ghosts hit hard and hit fast. It's not going to be a walk in the park, but our infestation could be very difficult to get rid of. Preparations start with making sure we hit the levels of Rhyme in her team. Howl learns X-Scissor, Omu gets Sucker Punch, and Kaguya gets Attack and Defend order. We finally rock up to the top of the mountain before being approached by none other than my class teacher. Dr. Jack, what I'm so sorry. I should be in school, shouldn't I?
Skitter? What? It's a Sunday. What are you talking about?
Oh yeah. Sorry, I guess I've just been working so hard.
Oh, you're such a good student. I wish I could have a class of children like you.
It'd be a pretty empty class.
What?
Nothing. We get outside, and I see the one man in this game I have such an irrational hatred for. MC Sledge has done absolutely nothing wrong except for follow his musical dreams, but I just can't stand his aura. Get him, Haku. Use explosion. Oh man, MC Sledge, is that radiation? What did you do to the opening act? Maybe I was right to take you out, you monster. After seeing some crimes against the Paldean Peace Convention Act, Rhyme finally rocks up to stage and proceeds to turn the youth against her with some abysmal bars. You want to end my reign, yeah, keep dreaming. Buy a book of rhymes, kid, and start reading. How much do I get paid for this rhyme? I'll do double if you cry. And with all that over, it was finally time to face the ghost leader. It's a 2v2 and Rhyme drops her opening verse with Burnett and Mimikyu. Our steel core hits the stage, Haku and Howl, looking like they just kicked down a backstage door. Haku starts by throwing down spikes, littering the field like a bad opening act, whilst Howl plays lead guitar, chipping down the ghostly duo with bullet punches. Mimikyu starts to falter, and one heavy slam later, it's gone, crushed flat under our shiny wrecking ball. Houndstone then scampers in, all swaggering Graves, but Burnett doesn't get close to petting the pooch, as a single bullet punch sends it back to whatever cursed box it came from. Now it's Rhyme's final act, Toxtricity, her purple ace. It lurches onto the stage, chest buzzing and ready to fry the whole set. The fight got ugly here. Sparks fly about, quite literally as Discharge lit up the field, and by the end of the trade-off, our duo's holding on by a combined 13 HP. One more shock and we're done. But Howl has the final bar, and a priority bullet punch takes out Toxtricity. Stage dive denied. The mic drops, and we're the team still standing. As the crowd cheers, I'm already thinking ahead, because while Rhyme tried to bury me under the weight of her mixtape, the next challenge isn't loud. It's all mind games. Alfornada awaits with the psychic readings, meditation, and mental tests. And just as I'm about to leave, I'm almost attacked by this strange man again.
Show me the queen bug. Now!
Officer Jenny, this is an emergency! Don't overreact. I'm just a royalist. I'll leave, but you better have the bug the next time I see you. Whoa. I think he needs to go see Nurse Joy, actually. I'd love to play the dramatic tape here and tell you all this gym's going to crush me, but I don't think so. This is one of the few gyms where I actually have a type advantage. A real bug-based reward. But still, why not make it flashier? So, back to the desert I went, hunting down everyone's favourite poop roller. Not just anyone though, the ultimate money shot. And after a long picnic, we finally snagged the prize. A shiny golden Relor. Welcome to the team, everybody. Yubaba, the golden poo pusher himself. The ultimate flexing bug, ready to roll up the enemy in whatever random disgusting stuff it can find on the floor. And with this sparkly beetle ready to dazzle in disgust, it was time to take on Tulip. Well, hello, trainer. Welcome to... What is that?
It's a straw hat.
No, that disgusting beetle pushing around a golden poo. Oh, leave him alone. He's so disgusting. Don't let him get anywhere near me. Yubaba, we have to destroy her. Farigiraf trots out first and we send in the golden boy briefly. Yubaba flexes for a second before we tag in Howl to do the real heavy lifting. 2 swords dances later and Farigiraf drops to a single bug move. Espathra glides in next, lands a nasty shadow ball, but another X-Scissor wipes it off the catwalk. Gardevoir comes in, but a priority bullet punch knocks it straight back off the field. Finally, the flowery maiden flaunts its way in, but its Moonblast just doesn't do enough damage against our steel-clad warrior, and X-Scissor closes the runway show. Just like that, the buggy boys strut out of Alfornada undefeated, Yubaba rolling his golden masterpiece like a victory parade float. But before I personally get time to enjoy it, my brain's already stuck on what's next. Grusha, the ice gym, the final gym. If this team's going to survive the snowstorm, we're going to need something more than luck. It's not long before we start making our way to Glaseado, when I suddenly remember the bug I couldn't get earlier in the run. And what better time to fix the mistake than now? We fly all the way back to Los Platos to finally snag the little pond skater, Porco Rosso. The intimidating flight risk of the future, and after a quick XP candy buffet, he evolves into a full-on Masquerain, looking ready to freak out the entire region. Back in the mountain retreat of Glaseado, it's time to get slippy on the slopes. Are you sure about this, man? Haha, it's safer than Cinnabar. Didn't that get obliterated by a volcano? Ah! After our best Winter Olympics impression, it's time for the final gym fight. 8 badges, 1 frozen wall between us and the Pokemon League. Yo man, I heard a rumor you're carrying around a shiny roller. Gnarly. Yeah, sorry, I didn't actually bring him this time. Ah, damn, that's cold. Was that an ice pun? Oh, yeah, it was. Right, should we just get on with this then? Grusha opens with Frosmoth and we send out Yubaba! Gnarly! What are you doing here? Where's Porco Rosso? We panic swap into Haku, who tanks 2 blizzards down to 5 HP before Gyro Ball crushes Frosmoth. Beartic charges in and finishes off Haku with an unexpected Aqua Jet, so Omu hops in, dodges an Icicle Crash, and double kicks the bear straight off the slopes. Titan stomps in and, oops, I misclick, and throw Yubaba out again. The poor beetle is instantly obliterated. I shouldn't laugh, but that did catch me off guard. Howl steps in to clean up, setting up 2 swords dances before smacking the frozen whale with Bullet Punch. Altaria floats in last, terrestrializes instinctively, and yet Bullet Punch smacks it back into the clouds. And just like that, the 8 badges are ours. No shiny roller show this time, no Porco Rosso heroics yet. Just steel bugs and sheer desperation carving through the snow. But while standing on that icy peak, the cold finally hits me, and it's not from the weather, but from the reality that lies ahead. The Pokemon League. This isn't gym leader territory anymore. This is 5 back-to-back battles with no second chances. I look back at my squad. A variety of crickets, a beetle pushing golden dirt, a pinecone with an armored car coat, and a Vespiquen who thinks she owns me. We've scuttled our way past every obstacle so far, and for the first time, I'm wondering, did the bug catcher just climb too high up the food chain? The gates now loom ahead like a giant terrarium, but I'm no fool and I've come prepared because this isn't Viridian Forest anymore. We're rocking this buzzing team of Howl the Scizor, Swords Polished, the undisputed ace. Kiki the now Volcarona, now evolved and ready to scorch the competition. Haku the Fortress, steel shelled, zero patience and a full tank engaged and ready. Kokoya the Vespiquen, the bossy queen that feeds on victory and demanded to come along. I wasn't going to say no. Porco Rosso the Masquerain, the wild card, intimidation personified and worth the risk. And finally, Yubaba the now Rabska. It took a little while of walking the dude around, but now we have the golden scarab, and nothing says luck like that. Can we be the Hornets to torment the league? Let's find out. Rika's first up, swatting us away with Whiskash as Yubaba rolls in looking smug. The fish flops around with muddy water, but 3 calm minds later, stored power deletes it from existence. Camerupt trundles in, but it's the same story. 1 stored power blast and it's gone. Then comes Donphan, and Yubaba gets flattened by a stone edge. This is a problem. We don't really have a good answer to the old rocky tusks over here, but I do have a sneaky plan. I throw in Howl, terrestrialize to flying, and Swords Dance as Donphan earthquakes uselessly under our feet. From there, 1 flurry of steel-coated punches and the elephant goes down. Dugtrio tries to bury us under a sandstorm, but X's slices through before it even blinks. Finally, Clodsire waddles in. Beefy, sure, but no rock moves makes this an easier task. A single bug slash later, and that's Rika done. 1 Elite 4 member down, and 3 more stings to go at the birthday party. Whoa, you actually pulled it off, Bug Boy. Bugman, thank you very much. Bugman, you've still got a net and shorts. Hey, they're tactical shorts. Sure. Tell that to Poppy.
Hey, nice shorts. Do they come in kid size?
Oh, come on. Even Poppy wanted to mock me. Fine. She's getting massacred by the meanest bug catcher strat I've cooked up all run. Poppy sends out Copperaja, and we finally give Porco Rosso their delayed debut. 1 Quiver Dance later, and we baton pass into Kiki, who struts onto the field already boosted, taking only a light dent from the elephant's heavy slam. Then, well, it's fiery dance time. Copperaja melts instantly. Corviknight flaps in, but it's nothing more than a roast chicken in waiting. Bronzong gets melted down like it's at a scrapyard. Everything is dropping to a single flaming dance. Magnezone tries to play hero with Sturdy, and it gets up a light screen, but it falls the very next turn anyway. Poppy brings in her last hope, Tinkerton. Fortunately for her, it barely survives a hit and finally clips Kiki with a stone edge, ending the fiery rampage. But by then, the damage to the steel core was already done. Porco Rosso swoops back in, drops Tinkerton's attack with Intimidate, before we maneuver Howl in to finish things off with a clean bullet punch.
I didn't even say anything bad about your shorts.
It was your tone.
Shouldn't you be at school?
Is it a part of your job to wind me up?
Sorry, it's just an observation.
Shouldn't Poppy be in school? She's your co-worker.
Huh. Yeah, I guess.
I really enjoyed Porco Rosso's baton pass there, so I have another idea cooked up for this round. Larry leads with Tropius and we start dancing. We put down 1 quiver dance. We put down 2 quiver dances. We put down 3 quiver dances. Enter Yubaba, my perfect golden rolling monster of old. 1 iron defense, and then, oh, this is it. Stored power slams down and Tropius disappears. Stored power fires again and Staraptor is just gone. Altaria can do nothing as we get another stored power. Oricorio, it's gone. And Flamigo, oh sweet Flamigo, you thought you were special, but you're not. Gone again. 5 and 5, no survivors, just you, Baba, the golden god, my perfect beetle child, my beautiful angel of stored power. I'm not sure what came over me there.
Huh. Well, that was decisive.
Decisive? Yubaba turned your birds into breadcrumbs.
True, but my lunch break's in 10 minutes, so thanks for doing that quickly.
God, Larry, you're infuriatingly likable.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
Finally, we're up against... oh, God.
Show me the bug.
You know he's got bugs, right, Larry?
Yes, Hassel, I know he has bugs. We don't like him either.
Despite my best efforts to avoid him, we're staring down Hassel and his Noivern. Porco Rosso leads, dodges an air slash, and boom, free quiver dance. Well, if one's good, two's better, so we stack another one before baton passing straight into Kiki. We terrestrialize into fire, and it's time to cook. Literally. We whirlwind to start building fiery dance boosts against something that's hopefully more inclined to being hit. But of course, Dragalge crashes the party. Hydro Pump slams us and we're hanging on at 18 HP, but Fiery Dance hits back and gets the KO. Haxorus stomps in next and we land a Bug Buzz, and it's gone before it starts. Flapple floats in after, and we buzz once more, decoring it completely. Noivern then returns for revenge, and we fall just short before it made sure that the Kiki rampage ended. Howl then takes the stage, bullet punches the bat out of the sky, and it's down to one final dragon, Bagscalibur. This beast doesn't play nice. Glaverush slams us once, and then again after a swords dance, dropping us down to 24 HP. But Howl grits its steel claws, swings, and one boosted X-Scissor cleaves through the beast. Dragons? More like dragonflies.
You actually did it with bugs.
Yeah, that's been the theme of the run.
It's beautiful. So small, so determined, like tiny warriors defying all the odds.
Hassel, are you crying?
No. Yes. Bugs are just so inspirational.
We've spun every web, climbed every branch, and somehow crawled our way to the champion's door. One last fight. One last sting. It's time to show them what a bug catcher can really do. Gita looks smug as ever and leads with a Spathra, and we send in Queen Kagoya. It throws up a Reflect, but a flurry of attack orders shreds the Psychic Emu before it can really get going. Then comes King Gambit. We stare, we hesitate, but inevitably we fall. One brutal Stone Edge, and our team's queen is gone. Kiki steps in, flames blazing, and almost roasts the knight in one fiery dance. Almost being a keyword. Another Stone Edge from the Samurai, and we have another casualty. Enter How the Sizor, old reliable. One clean X-Scissor and the king's down, but Avalugg trundles out next, and this is no time to test that sky-high defense. We swap to Porco Rosso, terrestrialize, dodge the rock's weakness, and then squeeze in a quiver dance before Avalanche crashes down. Then it's everyone's favorite time, baton pass time. We use an iron defense to shore ourselves up a bit, and then it's time for some absolute carnage. Stored power detonates Avalugg. Go-Go trots in and gets two-shotted by our golden scarab. And Veluza? It only took a Bug Buzz to remove it. For a second, just a second in this fight, the dream ending feels inevitable. Then, Glimora lands. It terrestrializes, and its sludge wave melted our scarab in one spiteful hit. We flew too close to the sun this time, but there's a timeline where you Baba clutched that up. Howl returns, bruised maybe, but unbroken. We open with a swords dance, but a Terror Blast rips through him, leaving him just enough strength for one last bullet punch. But it's not quite enough this time, and Howl drops. It's all come down to Haku, the team's tank. The bug that's supposed to lay it all on the line at the start of a fight, not the end. And here he is staring down the final moment on the final stage. Glimora fires another Terror Blast, and all Haku has to do is survive it. Impact! 31 HP left. And with one last furious Gyro Ball, we crush the champion's final Pokemon into the dust. Well done, Skitter! I can't believe I am not going to school, Nemona. Wait, no, I just meant Haku, use explosion. Ah! Haku doesn't even know explosion. And just like that, the bug catcher is champion. What started as me refusing to go to school turned into climbing to the top of Paldea's food chain with nothing but wings, web, and silk. Yubaba rolled, and the rest, well, they did their buggy best. Thank you for watching. I'd appreciate a subscribe and a like, and I'll see you all at the Luxury Ball Resort.